Good Saturday evening. I'm certified meteorologist Nick Kelly checking in on this June 2nd of 2018. Hard to believe that half of the year has almost flown by now, and hard to believe that we are only a few weeks away from officially kicking out the summer season. Mother Nature isn't quite getting that hint. We've been spending most of last month with above normal temperatures, and it definitely felt like summer throughout the course of the weekend so far. Thankfully, starting tonight, we are getting a break in the heat. We'll see how long that'll last, though, going into the course of the week ahead of us as we roll along with your forecast here. Let's start with a look at the 18-hour loop of the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Starting at about 5 or 6 o'clock this morning, we had a good complex of thunderstorms work out of the state of Nebraska and had some strong to low and severe storms skirt across our far northern counties on the Kansas and Missouri side, staying mainly north of Pittsburgh and Joplin. Not much came out of that batch of storms, and any thunderstorms that we saw fire up this afternoon and evening, the brunt of any strong to severe thunderstorms has stayed well to our south and to our east. That continues to be the case at 11:12 on this Saturday night with these radar beams keeping an eye on the skies over our area. But the Skywatch Storm Tracker, nice and quiet here. From 7th and Rangeline from the east side of Joplin, we are looking at quiet skies late on this Saturday night. We'll pop on the almanac from the Joplin Regional Airport for you. Normally, we should be topping out at 82 degrees. Thankfully, nowhere near that record high of 93 set back 8 years ago. It was still a warm day with highs around 88. Thankfully, that was an early afternoon high, and we've been seeing a north breeze kick in behind a passing front. That's what allowed us to cool down throughout the evening, and that low of 68, that is actually where the city of Joplin sits during the 11 o'clock hour on this late Saturday night. You can see how temperatures fare throughout the course of the day. Starting at midnight, we had temperatures still right around 80 degrees, and we only dropped back into the mid to upper 70s in most spots. So it was just a downright warm, muggy start to our Saturday. But you can see for yourself, the north breeze started really kicking in once we had that front sweep on through. That meant temperatures staying out of the 90s for a nice change of pace today. We've seen temperatures for most spots in the mid to upper 80s. And fast forward to 11:13, Joplin at 68, while the rest of the area, mainly upper 60s to lower 70s. Mighty refreshing to see those numbers after a downright balmy start for our Saturday morning. Back to the maps we go with the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Again, we are looking at quiet skies here. Any thunderstorms firing up this evening or holding on as we go to the late evening, overnight hours, they'll continue to sink south and east away from our area, thankfully, as our cold front continues to push south and east. That will be the driving force for these thunderstorms to continue to work across parts of the Tennessee Valley. Thankfully, we're quiet behind the front, and it also helps that we have high pressure building in from the west. Both of these systems have been working together throughout the course of the evening to get that north breeze in play. Thankfully, we'll let high pressure take control of our weather setup for tomorrow. That means we're looking at a mighty nice Sunday lining up for you all. Looking at the future track going into the overnight, we will keep skies mostly clear. And it might be a bit chilly to start your Sunday morning out. Lows, I would not be surprised if we started around 59 degrees in many spots, but at the very least, let's say upper 50s to lower 60s. So it's going to feel a lot better to start your Sunday morning out compared to how we started Saturday morning out. So for some of you, that might be chilly enough to grab a light jacket to start the morning out as you make your way to breakfast or to Sunday morning services. But we are just looking great for the afternoon ahead of us. Mostly sunny skies throughout the entire day. A north breeze at 5 to 15 won't stop us from warming up at least a little bit. At least it'll be a little more seasonal in terms of a warm day for tomorrow. 77 by lunchtime, afternoon highs, and Joplin will top out around 82. Let's say lower 80s on the Missouri side, then going into northeast Oklahoma, southeast Kansas. We'll say lower to middle 80s for you all. Again, that is looking a lot better as we wrap up the weekend tomorrow. Looking beyond the end of the weekend, let's look at Monday. Thankfully, this break in the heat will continue. Partly sunny skies, highs will be back again, lower to middle 80s Monday afternoon. Then going into Tuesday morning, even late Monday night going into Tuesday morning, a weak system will clip us. That could bring a chance for some scattered thunderstorms, mainly Tuesday morning, but Tuesday afternoon is looking like another partly sunny day with highs back into the mid-80s. Then here's the bad news. Wednesday, that is when another taste of early summer heat works back in. We're looking at the jet stream level here. You can see the orange arrows indicating the main flow of the jet stream. It starts to lift back north over our area. That means an upper level ridge, especially this area of high pressure. That's what will build some of that summer heat back in here. So as soon as we hit Wednesday and going into the end of next week, even with some random afternoon thunderstorms going into the end of the next week, we will bring another early taste of summer heat and humidity back in here. Before we see the 90s return, though, looking great for the next 3 days. 82 tomorrow, 83 Monday, 84 for your Tuesday. Again, maybe some early morning thunderstorms going into Tuesday in general. We're looking pretty good to start the early week ahead of us out. Then Wednesday, back into the lower 90s. Then we'll creep into the mid-90s as we go into next weekend. So rain or shine going into next weekend, it is going to feel hot and humid once again. Have a good night. Have a great Sunday.